and look at the skills that are most important. So we had IDC, commissioned IDC to look at jobs, 16.5 million jobs from April to September. And they came back and they told us that there are core skills that are important. Creative thinking, collaboration, communication skills are vital for employers. They also said that Microsoft Office and the skills around using Microsoft Office is vitally important. It's the third ranked skill that employers are asking for. As you think about preparing your kids for the workforce, getting students access to Office is important. So Microsoft has actually made a big decision to help schools get access to the full version of Office in very, very easy. We're using Office for teachers and licensing Office for teachers. We extend Office Professional Plus, which is delivered via the cloud but can be installed offline for free. We got a new initiative we have called Student Advantage, which will start on December 12th. So we're making sure that we have Office in the hands of your students to help them prepare for the workforce and enable you to create innovative experiences in your classrooms. Now, all of these tools, these technologies are important, but we know we have to celebrate them with our community of educators, as well as provide you powerful tools. And we do that through the Partners in Learning Network. And we have a very good representation from Indonesia, but we have teachers from around the world on the network. About 180 countries are represented on the network. So teachers in sharing ideas and learning plans, maybe connecting in classrooms, both in Indonesia and globally. We also provide over 150 hours of professional development for free. And we're working to translate that into Bahasa, and that will be available shortly. So you can actually not only get localized content, but communicate with global leaders who are building communications and tools to help you learn. And we're excited about the work that we can do to help not only you more effectively, ICT innovations. One of the greatest things that I get a chance to do with our Partners in Learning program is celebrate teacher heroes, innovators that are making magical things happen, that are leading the way, and all of you have a responsibility. I know many of you in this room are innovators. They're doing amazing things for your students. You have a responsibility to your fellow teachers to share what you're doing. Share your ideas, share your passion, share the things that you've tried. You also have a responsibility to expect that others are going to share their ideas with you. Because if you can share collaboratively together, we can really rapidly not only transform our classrooms, but power everyone to create greater opportunities for their students. So I'm excited about the journey ahead. I'm really thankful and honored to be with you. I'm looking forward to learning more about Indonesia and supporting the big journey ahead for yourselves, for your students, and your country going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Antoni Salcito. Bapak Ibu, demikian tadi paparan singkat bernas dari Bapak Antoni tentang program BIM, Partnership in Learning Worldwide. Ada beberapa yang saya perlu garis bawahi dari pesan singkat beliau yang seharusnya kita ambil sebagai seorang guru yang menurut Pak Fajar nih ada di belakang. Guru itu ada 3. Guru yang biasa saja, guru yang amazing, dan yang terakhir guru yang inspiring, not expiring, inspiring, transforming, right? So bagaimana kita berusaha sebisa mungkin teknologi bukan menjadi beban, teknologi not becomes the obstacle, but rather a driving force. Karena alat untuk mengubah bagaimana kita menjadi guru yang inspiring. Ya, tidak hanya itu saja atau hanya untuk basic tool saja, but how can we use the technology to transform our teaching and learning so that the student will learn meaningfully and joyfully, full with passion. No passion on mathematics, but passion in mathematics. Seperti learning terhadap pergiwa, kita juga learning terhadap mathematics. Okay, is there any questions addressed to Mr. Antoni Salcito? Oke, Bapak, silakan. In English, oke. Bahasa juga boleh. Please use the mic. Mic di belakang Bapak, mic. Ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abdul Ghafur, but usually my student call me not Ghafur but Mr. G. Just one of the word in my name. We know about the technology now. The student learn about the technology faster than the teacher. If we learn about the student, for the example about the internet, just one time, the student will learn anymore in the house. Of course, like that. My first question: how age will learn about the student for the technology? Because there is will be change the mindset about the student. We know about the technology have a negative side and positive side, and how age for the learn to teach the student about the technology. And the second, in my school now, start from now, have a program, the last paper program. Same with Mr. Anthony presented with us. The technology help us for the minimalize the money. For the minimalize the money, the example to buy the paper. Also, in my school now, have the program for less the paper. The first project is less paper for the report. Internet and the parent can download it in the internet. There is my question, and once more, I am Mr. G from International Islamic School Balikpapan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
They don't want to seem like they don't know as much as students. You're teachers. You know how to inspire students, how to motivate students. Your role as leaders in the classroom is not going to be questions. Inspire students to help others, to help you work collaboratively on how you run projects. And the real challenge, the learning change that's happened is, it's about information. For centuries, information was inside of the schools, and students had to go to a teacher, and it was usually one person, often with one textbook, teaching students. And the paradigm was about you sharing what you know about a subject to your students. And the learning path was very direct. You would try to give as much of your knowledge to other individuals, and they would learn it. Technology has forever changed that dynamic. Learning can happen from many, many other people. It can happen from two students collaborating together. It can happen from online sources and resources that you've never heard of or seen, with experts who are deep in the field, and visits to places that couldn't be visited before virtually. That's an amazing shift. That changes your role. No longer is it about just content delivery, but helping students to jump into their path, to inspire them to move on and realize their potential. And that journey, that paradigm shift is the most resisting thing. That's the thing that teachers are afraid of. When you embrace the paradigm shift, technology can be something to expand your role as a teacher. Because no longer do you have to just deliver the content. You can help students progress faster. You can bring a world of resources and ideas into your school that never before were possible. You need to take mind of. The reality is that when we did the Innovative Teaching and Learning research work, there are very, very few examples of really innovative teaching practices and learning practices. And the world, as data is showing, are using technology in very, very basic ways. So we need you as leaders to expand what you know about curriculum and pedagogy, and expand the role that you can deliver in classrooms. When we do need to make sure training is important. And I would say there's two things that we under-focus on, and that's training on digital safety, to make sure that our students are safe online, making sure that parents who are using technology maybe for the first time from a student, who understand how to keep their children safe, to keep them safe from other students as well as safe from predators around the world. And that's very, very important. And then we've got to have teachers work together with students on these new learning opportunities. And when you do that, I think you can make amazing things happen. with very, very basic uses of technology. The schools that actually do technology the best are not the ones that have the most computers. It's the schools that understand and embrace the digital reality that we all live in and change what's happening in the classroom in reflection of that life. You can have no computers in the classroom, no smart boards, no devices, etc., and deliver a truly innovative, technology-rich computing experience when you leverage the life that will exist outside of your school. The connections, the digital resources, the opportunity to learn in other places. And when you do that, I think you can enhance learning very quickly. In Indonesia and all over the world, I think the barriers that we've been waiting for, Wi-Fi, devices, etc., are real challenges for school leaders, but we can make progress while we're waiting for those infrastructures to be put in place.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Mr. G, I hope that oh, there's but.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So we will have another questions. This, yes? Oh, wait more.
Please.
Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 and then we have break. Yes, ma'am. Please stand up. No, stand up committee. Have your mic.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hani. I'm from Sriwijaya University, student for Magister Mathematics Education, and I'm also a teacher for senior high school. As we know from the professor before in education industry, he said that after the students graduate from school, they should have skills as well, not only the knowledge. It means that we should give skills while they're learning in the school. That's why in our school, in my school especially, that we also teach students Microsoft Excel, for example, for doing statistics, or Microsoft Word or Excel for doing database. But not all of the materials. Not all of the materials in the book or in other subjects, we can apply it to Microsoft or other computer programs. And then I would like to ask you, what can Microsoft do to us as a teacher to help teachers developing their method, or to help the teachers to help students develop their skill? Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
So, very good points. Thank you for the question. The first thing I would say is skills are very important. I'll give you an example that relates to mathematics. One of the things that is many countries are struggling with around the world who are looking to produce IT skills in their country. Because IT jobs are growing fast, companies like Microsoft rely on your students to help us innovate and create new products. And certainly there are lots of growing demand for IT jobs. But what happens is we need great mathematics skills to start a path on computer science and a deeper journey into advanced mathematics and computing. And one of the things around the world that globally is a challenge is algebra. So algebra has been identified as where students often lose interest in math. And actually data will show us that students' favorite subject in most cases is math prior to algebra, and in many cases it's their least favorite subject after algebra. And we actually did research on why that was, and what can we do to fix it. And we actually send people into classrooms to look at instruction, look at curriculum, etc. And what we found was not a problem with the teacher or the curriculum, but students raising their hand in every class in the first week of algebra and asking their teachers, why are we learning this? What does this have to do with the real world? And if you think about the curriculum, most of the curriculum prior to algebra is very rooted in the real things that we do. And then we realized that we haven't done a good enough job of embracing skills as part of the core learning activity. And in algebra, the most important skill that's happening is abstract thinking. And you're learning to actually think abstractly for the first time, typically in a school in algebra. Curriculum doesn't talk about abstract thinking as a discipline. We don't teach students why that's important, maybe what careers that will happen. Maybe we don't give them scenarios where abstract thinking is helping them in their daily lives. We just start teaching algebra. And we've actually sort of advocated for actually bringing skills into the instruction and actually teaching students about abstract thinking and its power before we start teaching subjects like algebra, where we introduce a skill that are being disciplined. So the role of skills to empower students with a purposeful plan is absolutely critically important. Now, we are certainly committed to train and prepare students with Microsoft Office skills and professional development, etc. We actually have certification that we provide to schools called IT Academy, how to use Office, so they can get certified and connect to that employer requirement for Office skills, and increasingly try to make Office easier to use, but also available via the cloud, and available via new programs like Student Learning, so kids can get access to Office at no cost very easily. But lastly, I will say, our commitment to helping you as a teacher is very deep. Microsoft has basically 4 levels of professional development that we provide around the world. The first is basic digital literacy. And this is designed for you, your students, your parents in your community, to understand how to use technology safely, how to leverage the power of devices, computers, etc. And that's certainly something that we provide for you online via the Partners Learning Network. The second level of professional development is something called Teach with Technology. And this is 150 hours of curriculum that you actually have an opportunity to do a self-assessment of where you are, so you can understand and learn the things that you need to learn based on your self-reflection. And that is designed to help you not use a specific product, but how do you think differently about how you can incorporate technology into your pedagogy and change your classrooms. The next one is 21st century learning design, where you actually bring 21st century skills and collaboration and the richness of different flipped classroom models into your schools. And then the fourth one, which is the most important in many ways, is peer coaching, where we help you become an advocate and evangelist for other teachers in your schools, sharing ideas and best practices, because we know we have pockets of excellence all over. And I assume this is true in Indonesia, that there are schools that have amazing teachers in one classroom, and down the corridor, there are teachers that may be doing amazing things, but they're doing different amazing things. They can share and learn from each other and help each other grow and advance more effectively. So those are the things that we think about and do. Hopefully that answers your question.
This is the last question because I know you're very busy.
Di LSM tersebut akan memberi bantuan berupa perangkat komputer beserta dengan pelatihan untuk guru bagaimana menggunakan komputer untuk pengajaran untuk di daerah Flores Jawa. Dan itu sudah kami laksanakan 2 tahun dari tahun 2009 sampai sekarang. Dan hasilnya adalah bahwa sekolah tersebut menjadi sekolah nomor 1 di daerah tersebut, mengalahkan sekolah negeri yang sebelumnya peringkat pertama. Pertanyaan saya adalah apakah Microsoft punya kepedulian seperti ini bagi Indonesia, karena terus terang saja kita ingin menggunakan teknologi, tetapi di beberapa daerah kita tidak bisa menemukan, kita tidak cukup punya dana untuk mengembangkan teknologi di tempat. Oke, pertanyaannya apakah ada program dari Microsoft untuk bantuan seperti ini?
So Mr. Anthony, Mr. Gichori sharing that there is an NGO from Netherlands, provide support to a local school in Kupang, Flores, East Nusa Tenggara, Pak, ya. So providing a set of technology, computers, and also training. And then as a result, a year later, the school becomes champions in the regions. So the question is there any similar projects from Microsoft to school Indonesia?
Absolutely. Certainly there's a number of initiatives that we have to help schools and teachers make technology available and accessible for students. We have an initiative called Shape the Future, and it's really built on the simple premise I talked about earlier, that access to a quality education and technology to support that education should be a right for every student on the planet. And we know that that is a challenge for many schools, and we work with NGOs to do this. There's 11 NGOs that we're working with part of Shape the Future. We have a partnership with World Vision with an initiative to spark a child's digital future, to help students and get access to the resources. We have an initiative called YouSpark, which provides student access to a range of different tools, materials to help school leaders, etc. And we've served over 26 million students across Asia over the last just 2 years with the YouSpark initiative. So there's absolutely components there to do it. There's many different NGOs that we work with to support outreach. We're working with British Council on English language training centers. We're working with other NGOs on helping create rural community access to technology labs. So there's a range of different activities that we are pursuing and technology resources that we provide to help these initiatives. Thank you for the question, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. To begin with, close to this Anthony. So I hope this is not the last, but this is the first. Yes, thank you very much. Demikian Bapak Ibu, sesi singkat kita dengan Mr. Anthony Salcito, Vice President of Public Sector Education from the Microsoft Corporation. Saya sebagai moderator pada sesi ini, mohon maaf apabila banyak kesalahan. Harapan saya, mudah-mudahan pertemuan singkat ini memberikan perluasan wawasan bagi kita tentang peran Microsoft dalam pendidikan di global maupun di negara kita. Kemudian harapan saya setelah ini mudah-mudahan nanti Bapak Ibu, saya yakin banyak sekali Bapak Ibu yang sudah melek ICT. Actually, there are a lot of number teachers who already innovative in ICT. You should be here for next tomorrow. Oke, Bapak Ibu, saya ucapkan selamat mengikuti SENDIMAT. Ini bukan reunion ya, SENDIMAT, Seminar Pendidikan Nasional Matematika. It is realized, it is international indeed, because we have Mr. Anthony Salcito. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Camera.